Hello everyone, my name is Dima Hendricks. I'm also known as Mrs. Ruckus here on Public Praise TV. As you can see, I wear many hats. I am the current reigning Mrs. Massachusetts International. I have various titles under my belt. I have 2 children. Of course, you know Big Ruckus, my wonderful husband. And I'm a community advocate, activist, and a leader. Many people don't know that I have a story to share.
Udema Stryker's worst fears are realized as she returns home from school to find her mother's body in the basement of their Dorchester home. Udema first reported her mom missing on Monday, but hoped for the best. Cleopatra Stryker, 41, a Sunday school teacher and lay church leader, had been shot numerous times in the head and chest. Her violent death is at odds, friends say, with a life devoted to the church and helping others.
She was a wonderful person. She taught Sunday school. She was a lector at church, a Eucharistic minister, a member of the choir. She was a very good person.
Neighbors say Cleopatra and Carl Stryker were married for about a year.
1-year-old Carl Straker in connection with the murder of Cleopatra cousin Straker. Her body was found in the basement of her home by her 12-year-old daughter, who reported her mother missing the previous day. Carl Straker,
School teacher and lay minister at St. Peter's Church. Tonight, church members are concerned about Straker's daughter, who discovered her mother's body.
She said that she loved her mother. She said that her mother told her that she would always be there for her.
Every time I think about my mother, it puts a smile on my face. She was very important to me, of course, because she gave birth to me, but she was the person that brought me to faith, to believe in God. I grew up Catholic, and she made sure I went to Mass, and she made sure I went to CCD class, First Holy Communion, all of that. But it was there I fell in love with Christ in such a different way. And she instilled that in me. She left her thumbprint of kindness, advocacy, all of the things that I do. I'm starting to see that it's a part of my mother's legacy. October 4th, 1994 was a day I will never forget. It rewinds in my head every single day. I was 12 years old in the 7th grade, and I came home from school. For the past 2 days, I couldn't find my mother, which was odd for her. I didn't know where she was. She was a great mom, very responsible, but I had no clue for the past 2 days where she was. And something told me, as scared as I was, Dima, go to the basement. So I mustered up the courage to go in this creepy, scary basement. And there I found my mom in a pool of blood. I didn't know at the time she was dead. It just didn't make any sense to me. Again, me being so young and trying to perform CPR and make sure she was okay. I yelled for my grandmother to call the police, and I tried to stay down there with her until they arrived, and they brought me back upstairs and told me that yes, she was gone.
Mrs. Stryker kept most of her business private, other than the things that she wanted to do in the church. And Mr. Stryker, I've gone over many times to pray with him and try to encourage him to be active in some kind of positive activity, but at the time he wasn't ready yet, so to speak.
My stepfather shot her 6 times, 2 in the head and 4 in the chest, all point blank range. And to this day, it baffles me. How could such a great woman be treated or just slaughtered, just slain in that way? How could you leave this sweet, smiling woman just for dead and for her child to find her? I knew the warning signs before. I told my mother to get out at the age of 10, at the age of 6. There were so many warning signs for her to get out. And yet, I still blame myself for her not being here today. What could I have done better? What could have I said? What could I have not said to make sure that she was here? And that's a responsibility that should not be left on any victim or anyone associated with such a fatality. I just don't understand how someone could so senselessly, how could someone senselessly kill the person that they are married to or they are supposed to love? How do you go from sharing your dreams to taking a life? I urge everyone that is watching, and I urge everyone within the sound of my voice, any woman, man, woman, child, who notice the warning signs. You can save someone's life. Don't allow domestic violence to leave orphans. Don't allow domestic violence to take lives. Stand up. Say something. It's not about minding your business, or it's not about snitching. It's about standing in the gap for your sister, standing in the gap for your brother who may not be here. So that's my story. And I just want to thank Love Life Now for coming and talking about domestic violence and how awareness is so important. Thank you.